Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Mandem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related, please, people. It is the Thursday edition of the show. So I'm joined by Mr. MGTV himself. Rhino is in the building. Yes, Rhino, what are you telling me, man? You good?
We're here, man. We're live,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Big up the chat, man. You guys make sure you're paying your fee and you're liking the video.
Facts.
Before even
Facts.
Flores does his little mic check, like check. Sorry, I'm saying mic check. I'm even at Joe Santana. But listen, before he does the light check, I'm doing the light check. Like
There
the
we go.
video, get your comments in as well, and big up the chat, man. And yeah, flawless love as always, man. Hope you're good,
Yep.
my bro.
Yeah, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Looking forward to the show as always. Like Rhino stated, make sure you run up the likes, share this across all of the socials you are active on, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. Hit that notification bell when you do. Make sure you subscribe to Rhino's channel. I'm gonna add the link in the title in a second. One of the mods, drop it in the comment section. But as you can see from the title, people, Jean-Claude Blanc as CEO, Paul Mitchell as DOF, potentially. Will anything change? That's what I want to have the conversation about. Will anything change? And I'm just very skeptical about it because I don't trust these people. When I say I don't trust these people, that's everybody there, and that includes Jim Ratcliffe. You have to show me. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to. I'm by not words and lip service, it's actions and deeds. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Show me by fix the roof. I'm saying actually fix the roof. That would be a great start. Actually get rid of more people. The fact that Richard Arnold's gone, fantastic. Get rid of more. That's what I would like to see. I'm big on my Don Carefree Lewis G for the raid every single time as well. Like I say, if you just joined over from the raid, keep all your comments, questions, Manchester United related. If you want to make sure myself and Rhino get to your question, super chat people, and we will get to it. But where do you stand, Rhino, in regards to the news of Ineos? Because the deal's not actually been officially completed yet. It's just close.
Yeah.
But where do you stand with, let's say, Jean-Claude, when Richard Arnold's gone, Jean-Claude Blanc as CEO, Paul Mitchell as
Yeah.
DOF, as potential as
Yeah.
well?
Definitely, yeah, man. For me, it's just a step in the right direction. Um, I don't want to get giddy and think that everything's gonna change and we're gonna see a new whole thing happen at Man United. But
Facts.
to be fair, this is the start of a new era in a sense where under the Glazers, we've never seen a shift of the whole footballing structure. You know what I'm saying? We've been the
Yep.
same structure with all of these managers that we've had. You feel me? So just like you, man, I need Ratcliffe right now needs to build his CV to kind of win the fans over. He needs to show us,
Absolutely.
okay, I'm gonna be a part ownership, and I'm gonna show you guys why you guys should be behind and supporting me. So, as in Ratcliffe. So, yeah, man, I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. It's nice that Richard Arnold's gone. Now John Murtaugh next. Obviously, we're hearing his replacement already. So
What is it? I
it's
didn't know
looking
about
like
the Murtaugh thing. Is he going to be getting replaced too?
yeah, because that's what I'm
Okay.
assuming. Because I think he's currently our director of football in a sense. You know what I
Okay.
mean? When I was looking at the hierarchy yesterday. So if we're looking at directors of football, I don't know. Maybe apparently he's good within the apparently he's very good with our youth team. Like he's the
Okay.
one that sorted out Hannibal and all of these players and stuff. So if it's a thing where he gets downgraded to that department and he has nothing to do with the first team, then fair enough. If that's if he's good at that, we just need the best in class, like Gary Neville said.
Facts.
I can't remember where I heard that, but I've seen Gary
Now,
Neville say
best
it
in
as
class,
well.
Gary Neville
You
did
know,
mention that. He has
yeah,
mentioned that
yeah.
on
So
numerous occasions, more than once.
numerous,
But go on.
yeah. So 100%, man. So step in the right direction. Let's just get rid of everybody. Like if Ten Hag is within their plans and they've got a plan for him, they like certain things he's doing and they can support him. Fair enough. If they're saying, we need a new manager in and they've still got a plan, I'm all for that. I'm all for the direction of the club. Yes, I like Ten Hag and I'm probably one of some of the minority when I say I'm still having a bit of faith with him. But whatever the plans the DOF have, as long as we have the best in class for the DOF, the CEOs, we start getting heads of scouting that are good, and we start to have a good footballing structure. Whatever they want to do, as long as they got a vision and they're good at what they do, I'm with it. So hopefully, right now, I'm just sitting back and I want to see what Jim Ratcliffe's going to provide. He needs to win us over in a sense. You feel me? So
Oh, facts.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Facts. 110%. Big up Lewis again for the raid, large up. Make sure you subscribe to
big up
Carefree
Lewis,
Lewis
man.
Sheet as well. That's where I'm at because on Man Them Talk yesterday on Saeed's channel, shout out to Saeed. Tyrone made a
Big,
fantastic point, and it was a great show as well. I was there watching the vast majority, and he stated, we've had this before with Ralph Ragnick, where we thought Ralph was going to come in and everything was going to
yeah,
change because he was that guy. He had the resume. He was going to
Gengen
take,
press,
yeah,
Mr. Gengen
Gegenpress.
press.
He taught Klopp, he taught Tuchel, I think they said. He
Yeah,
was interim manager,
pioneer.
pioneer. He was going to take over the team to the end of the season, then go upstairs into some form of advisory role or some role in the board, and it never happened. I trust these people to fuck up. That's one
Yeah,
thing I always
100%,
say. I will trust, so I
100%.
will wait and see. And not only with a Jean-Claude Blanc becoming CEO, Paul Mitchell as a DOF or another DOF, or John Murtough being sacked or resigning or whatever the case may be. Once these people are in these roles and certain people have left, then I need to see the actual actions in place. Like I need to
Facts.
see things happening. It's not just the title. All right, Paul Mitchell's the DOF. All right, now go do DOF things.
Yeah,
Make DOF things happen. Same way with this Jean-Claude Blanc as the CEO. Make CEO. I need to see an improvement. I don't want to hear. I don't
something
want no
giddy, bro.
statements. I don't
Yeah,
want no
yeah, yeah.
statements. Because
How
we
much
had
are
this
they
with
going to be
Ragnick.
allowed to exercise their
Yes.
power? What's going to happen? Like
This is it. Yes.
Ratcliffe's decisions and all of that. How much power does he really have? Can he really get people? Like we need to see it. So yeah, bro. I hope all of our fan base can just be reserved, be positive a bit, but just be reserved, man. Because the Glazers always let us down, and the probability of them staying in charge and us going into a good place is very low. It's still possible, you know. I always bring up the Arsenal example. Like they wanted the Cronkies out. You know, the Cronkies have actually got them believing again. You know, you got Edu, Cronkies, and Arteta working together as a unit. And I'm using that as an analogy of the fact that at some point there was no belief in the Cronkies. Yes, the Glazers might be a bit different because they've done worse in a sense and it's been a longer time and whatever, but the principle is still the same. At some point, all of our careers at Man United, as Man United supporters, we've wanted the Glazers out. At some
Facts.
point, Arsenal
Even when we
didn't even
were
care.
successful, like let's
Yeah,
not get it
you
mistaken.
feel
That's a
me?
myth. When people are like, oh,
Yeah,
Manchester, trust me, I was there when we was free-peating and winning Champions Leagues. There was gold and green
bro.
scarves in the stand. You know how I know? Because
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's how I know. But go on, carry on, Rhino.
Yeah, so if we can follow that analogy where somehow, the Glazers care about money. And if the only way this is going to work, I'm going to say this now. If the Glazers can see a way that they can make some more money and the football becomes better, they make more money. They're making tons of money anyway. So just imagine if we become a good footballing side with the big juggernaut that Manchester United is, that's more money for the Glazers. So if somehow we can go in that direction where they step out of, because apparently they're going to remain doing the commercial aspect.
Yeah, they do
And
now on the
Jim
commercial side.
Ratcliffe
Yeah,
is going
yeah,
to
yeah.
do quote unquote the football aspect. We don't know in it. But I also read somewhere, I mentioned it on Saeed's show yesterday, that apparently it's going to be a voting system and the Glazers are always going to have a seat on the table. But apparently Ineos are trying to set up some structure where it's more than a certain amount of people. So let's say hypothetically it's 10 people and the Glazers, I think there's 6 of them, right? Or is there 4 of them? Let's say the Glazers are majority of the table, yeah? Apparently they're going to make it, let's say 15, and the majority of those 15 people are going to be from Ineos and from whatever. So whoever votes, they get the majority. Apparently they're going to try and set up some sort of structure that means that the Glazers can still vote, but it's going to be more of a fair vote, if that makes sense. I don't know.
I believe.
But
Yeah, I believe. See, that sounds good.
yeah,
But I believe it when I
sounds
see it.
good, bro.
That the Glazers are relinquishing that much control, considering they still are the majority shareholder or the majority owner, I should say. But go on, carry on,
and that's the only thing. So if that's the case, then that's positive, and that's what we need to always remember, that the Glazers are always going to have the final say. The only way they're going to pipe down is if they actually think, okay, you know what? Maybe if we step back from the footballing decisions and Man United become a better footballing team, we can make more money. And then maybe we
which is
see.
true,
You
because
feel
that
me?
adds to the commercial
Yeah.
side of things, and they do
Yeah,
care about
yeah.
making money. That's what made no
There you
sense.
go.
Well, they didn't not make any sense, but it's like they didn't realize that. Like Manchester United are making this money being unsuccessful. So imagine if you're successful, what that does from a commercial side of things.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
can go
100%.
to sponsors or whoever you're dealing with from a commercial aspect and say, wow, we the Premier League champions. We won the Champions League. That can add money to it. But hey, we move. But large up to everyone in the chat. I see
Yeah,
everyone. Big
big
up
up, man.
Jago,
Big up,
Stephanie
Steph.
G, Surfer. I see you trolling. Big
Yeah,
up Eli, who
Winter,
said
big
he's
up.
at work. You know what I'm saying? This guy always trolling. Big up Sheik, T.O.,
Sheik, yeah, big up.
Warrior J as well. All the regulars, all the
Always,
new people.
always.
Run up the likes, though, people. There's over 90
Come on,
people in
man.
here.
Up them
We're
up.
only at 29 likes. Let's get us up to 50 likes. Like check 1212. Make sure you hit that like button when you enter the city of sarcasm. Pay the tax, people. It's free.
Hey, the
Hit the
fucking
like
tax,
button.
bro.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. We're at 8,629. 11 more subscribers. Get us to 8,640. I know there's at least 11 people right now who are watching this who have not subscribed. And whether you're watching this back, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe as well. And also subscribe to Rhino's channel as well. The link is in the title. Click the link and it opens up a new tab and you can subscribe to his channel. Continue to get your questions in regards to Manchester United. It doesn't have to be on Jean-Claude Blanc or Paul Mitchell or anything in the hierarchy. It can be the games coming up. It could be the Champions League. It can be the returning game against Everton, etc., etc. It can be Ten Hag, which is still, he's probably happy because for the first time, all the eyeballs are not on him. Like for the first time in a strong minute, it's all on the deal in Ratcliffe and Ineos. And Warrior J says John Murtough is set to leave Manchester United. This is what I'm talking about. Hopefully this is true. Richard Arnold's gone. John Murtough could be leaving. And there still needs to be more. I'm still not happy. It needs to be more than 2 people. Like I've said before, I want everybody gone. Because everybody is responsible for what has happened in the past 10 years or however long they've been there. So it's time for everyone to leave. But I believe it when I see it. Because Rhino mentioned in regards to the 15 people and the vote, I just don't know if I see the Glazers, what's the word I'm looking for? The Glazers relinquishing that much control in regards to the football inside. Like, how does that work? Who decides who decides who the DOF is? Who decides if the manager should be sacked? Who decides if who the next manager should be? Who decides what players to go for? Who has the last say on that type of thing? Who decides the transfer budget? Who decides how much we bid for said player? Who decides on contract renewals? The list goes on and on and on, and I just have my doubts. But that's why if Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos do take over, I do actually want to see a statement to have some. They don't have to give us all the details, but some form of information in regards to how this works. Because we just fully in the dark. Because all they said is, clarity, they're on the football clarity. That's the word. We're hearing, football inside is Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos, and then the Glazers at the commercial side, but they cross over. So that's my point. So we are going to find out. Sheik said, my eyes are still on Ten Hag flawless. Big up to Sheik. But you mentioned something there, Rhino, earlier on in regards to Ten Hag. Are you still, where do you stand with Ten Hag?
Still holding on, bro.
Even after the Copenhagen game?
You know when Drake was like, just hold on. I'm holding on, bro. I'm holding on like, bro, there's bare turbulence and that, bro. It's all mad. Like,
you really holding on?
in that. But I'm still holding on.
You holding on? I already jumped overboard.
That's what I'm saying. I saw you jump. You said, bro, Rhino, if I was you, I'd jump. I said, bro, like, flawless, man. Let's just see, man. Like, you said, bro, you're my homie, but I got to jump. I said, bro, I'm staying. I'm holding on. But you know what is, it's funny you asked me that because when we spoke last week, we specifically, it's so funny how hindsight can work because we spoke last week about if we wanted to change something, we want the director of football to change, but is it really going to change? And now a week later, we're starting to see certain changes. So that for me is quite refreshing, but I just want to see Ten Hag. I don't want him to make normal football decisions. He just needs to stick. He's a good coach, you know. What channel was I watching? Because I like to watch a lot of channels. I think it was Football Terrace, or was it Hussam's channel? I think, I can't remember what channel it was, but it was Terry and Hussam. And Terry was talking about the fact that he was basically talking about the fact that obviously if we change the footballing structure around Ten Hag, it could work, innit? You know, as much as he doesn't want Ten Hag he doesn't believe in him, if a footballing structure is put around him, it can work. Remember I said that last week? I said I want to see Ten Hag flourish under a good football structure because that's why I believe he's good. And Terry mentioned that after as much as we're so bad, we're still 6th. And when I started to look at it in that perspective, I said, "Raw, Chelsea and that are still down there. We get ridiculed way more than Chelsea. Man United, as a big club, we're in the mud, bro. We're in the mud. Like when you play us, you're expecting 3 points. but we're still 6th.
Yeah,
So
I
there's
think it just goes to
something.
show the quality of the league. But go on, carry on.
Yeah, quality of the league, true, and obviously other clubs letting like losing and dropping points and whatever, and us still scraping wins. So as that Ten Hag, I think is a good coach, but he's not showing it right now. Maybe he's not a good coach for a big team. I don't know, but I feel like if you can work it out, lower the stubbornness, get support from the DOFs and stuff. We might start seeing an influence where they start saying, "Look, there's this winger from the youth team." He might not have the biggest name, but at the same time, he's going to put in work. Because I think the first problem at Man United is the mentality and the work ethic. If we can get all these players working at 100%, even if they're not the best, I think we'll start to see an increase in at least just the application on the pitch. You feel me? Because before coaching, before anything, these players don't even want to win. You see them, they're at the start of the game, they're all, gassing each other up. And the moment the whistle goes, bro, where's all of that gone? You feel me? When
Adversity,
they go down
man.
and go,
Anytime we face adversity,
bro, their heads drop. So I just need to see workers, bro. I need to see a left back working, tracking back, right back, doing the same thing. Wingers supporting each other, inverting, overlapping. I need to see triangles. I need to see the man them hungry for it. When Amrabat first came in, that's the first thing we saw. He was everywhere. You see people like Reguilon. He's everywhere. He wants the ball. Give me the ball, bro.
Like, Reguilon was just,
then that's one thing that I don't even want to criticize anybody, but I'm not even going to mention names because I don't want to start triggering people. But that's
mention names. Mention names. You the players.
I'm going to talk about Bruno, innit? We don't talk about Bruno.
Let's go.
Listen,
let's go.
I want to see Bruno showing for the ball like Reguilon shows for the ball, like Højlund shows for the ball, like flipping Amrabat shows for the ball. Yes, Amrabat is a bit awkward, and people, obviously, he hasn't had the best of games, but he's hungry. He wants to play for the badge. You feel me? And I feel sorry for Højlund, so I just need workers, Flawless. Let's get these players working. If we've lost the dressing room and Ten Hag's lost it, then maybe his time's done, in it. But we just need to see these players working, bro. Once we get them working, we'll see a lot, bro. We'll see a lot of improvement, I think. Just that alone, you feel me?
Well, yeah, we'll see. Big up to Jego. He says Murto's a clown. Shout out to my guy Jego as well. Clown. Ibrahim, I'll get to your question as well. Sheik says Ten Hag out there getting hammered Ivan Dragon style. Rhino just has him throwing the towel. Yeah, that's funny still.
That is funny still.
That's a great analogy. Jego says Ten Hag will eventually walk the plank. Ramon says Ten Hag will still play the hoofball 3-1-6 formation. He has to leave. We need to sack everyone, including him and his dead signings. Here's the craziest part. I think he's made his signings, not all of them, but the vast majority of them look worse than what they are. I actually don't mind his signings. I know it's unpopular opinion. Like, take out Anthony, take out Mount. I'm not talking loan signing so you can throw Amrabat in the mix. I'm saying the rest. I look at Martinez. I look at Onana. I look at Martinez. I look at Casemiro. I look at Ericsson, Højlund. I don't actually mind his signings like that. Yeah. Them players there I just named, I may have missed one pretty permanent, but yeah, like that's the problem.
Like what we doing, like do the players know what they're doing and that? Like, I know
no, they don't, and we know they don't. And you mentioned us being 6 annoys me even further because then I think, what could we be if this manager was performing to a competent level?
Bro,
where would we be in the league?
Let me see.
We could be top of the league.
I think we're just 2 wins away from being like.
We legit right now could be top of the league. Where to Andy take title charge? Like legit, we could be, and that's not us. That's not me saying we win the league because I don't think we're good enough. But what I'm saying is you have to be ready to take advantage if the teams who are above you and better than you don't do the business. That's what Leicester did.
We are 7 points from City,
Okay, and think about it. We lost to Crystal Palace. We lost to Brentford. We lost to Brighton. So that's 9 points.
9 points, yeah.
Let's say we got 7 from those 9. All right, let's say we got 6 from those 9. Let's say we got 5 from those 9. Where we would be,
bro.
This is my point, is that this is what annoys me and frustrates me even more, is the quality of the league isn't good. The fact that we're 6 with a negative goal difference tells you all you need to know. Yeah. You have to be ready to capitalize when teams are underperforming. Bro. Hey, we scored 13 goals in 12 games, but people told me we could do bits. What are we talking about? Alicia says, "Ooh, Ratcliffe is cooking. I'm starting to recognize my club." Alicia, I'm waiting to see. I ain't saying all that. I'm not saying all that. I like the thing is with Ten Hag, even though the pressure's just got to him. I just don't
Yeah,
think he's built for Manchester United. Do I think he
yeah,
is
yeah. It's
actually
looking
a good
like.
manager? Yeah. Like I understand
Looking
why
like.
you're holding on to an extent because it's just hope, and I get it, Rhino. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I fully get it's hope,
Keep it
but
real.
I just I just can't see it. Big up to Nero as well in the chat. Large up Nero every single time as well.
Nero.
Who was it? Yeah, Ibrahim had a question as well. If Glazers control the money, what does Sir Jimmy Rat what can Sir Jimmy Rat do? He who has the money has the power. They can easily pull the rug under this rat guy. So
You know
Ibrahim's
what
not
it is,
happy.
yeah.
Go on, Rhino.
Let me
Yeah,
answer this one for us. Listen,
floor's
yeah.
yours.
Bring up your comment, Ibrahim. Do you know what it is? Yeah, this is what I think. I think personally, the way the Glazers have spent it, they've spent it in the sense of business wise. You know, what can I buy that's going to make our increase the revenues of our the fact that they own Manchester United, and what's going to they see it as an investment. Whereas if Ratcliffe, or as you call him, Sir Jimmy Rat, yeah, is going to be in charge of how the money is spent, the Glazers can say, okay, you know what? Here's 100 mil, and they might be more in charge of what they do with the 100 mil. There might be certain clauses with it. Okay, we're going to give you 200 mil. Within that, we want one big name signing, maybe an English player, whatever, and we want so and so. But as long as you cover that, we don't care how you spend it. And maybe that'll be better because we'll end up buying better, we'll end up investing to better players, and the players will actually do a job for us. You feel me? Because if you look at the past, we've just bought names. We've never, even someone made a good point yesterday, like,
Go.
we was meant to go for De Jong, but we got Casemiro instead. Different profiles, you know. A competent team will look for the right profiles. We need a DM. Okay, they're gonna have a short list of 5 DMs. We need a flipping box to box ball carrier. We're gonna have a short list of that, and then we're gonna stay. If we don't get the first target, we get the second one. You feel me? So I feel like it's very important how we spend the money and who we spend the money on. So there's a possibility that with the money, you know, them man they just give out the wallet, say, here's I want this,
Just
this, and
give up the
this.
wallet.
You lot do your thing. It's like this, bro. Think about
Good.
it. Yeah, let's say someone gives you their card and says, "Yeah, Rhino, I beg you when you go shop, I want 5 T-shirts." Instead of them telling you what T-shirts they want, they're just telling you they want 5 T-shirts. So
They ain't
you
said
can
what
now go and
teas.
freestyle it. You feel me? You can
Yeah,
go to whatever
facts.
shop you want, buy whatever brand you want. They might say, okay, one of them has to be designer. The rest of them can be whatever. So normally they might go and buy, let's say, a Louis Vuitton T-shirt. But you might say, okay, you know what? I'm going to get a lower design. I'm going to get G-Star. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
G-Star might not be as flashy as the Louis Vuitton, but the G-Star's going to do a better job for what I need. And then there's certain ways you can work in the middle. And this is obviously all hypothetical, but that's my
It is all
analogy.
true.
You feel me?
No,
So,
it makes sense. It does.
yeah.
Big up to Kasim who says flawless. We need to sack this manager. He's a fraud. The thing is, Kasim, I'm with you. I'm saying
Versus
but
with
it's
it.
not just him. I'm saying again, let me repeat this. Everybody gone. The fact that
Yeah.
Richard Arnold is gone, I'm over the moon about. They're saying John Murto, cool. There needs to be more. I'm not happy with just one
Stable.
body. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just happy with 2 bodies. It's got to be more. Everybody got to go. Everybody, all the hierarchy, the manager, the coaching staff, place. I want everybody gone because everybody has underperformed like disgustingly. So everybody gotta go. So I'm with you. Don't ever think that I'm sat here and being like, yeah, Ten Hag this, that. I don't think he can turn it around. No, I know, like I mentioned, when you look at the quality of the Premier League, if we even perform to the level we performed last season, where we could be top of the league right now.
True.
And again, that's not me saying we win the league, but you have to be ready to capitalize if the teams who are bad and you are underperforming. That's how Leicester won the league. Leicester weren't that season at the start weren't the best team in the league whatsoever. But guess what? Everybody, all the rest of the big 6, all underperformed, and they took advantage. They was ready. They was ready and did the thing and won a Premier League. That sometimes you have to just nick a Premier League. That's where we're at this moment in time. Talichu says, why would Sir Jim Ratcliffe invest 1.6 billion if he doesn't get the power? Maybe because he's just happy to be a part of Manchester United. It can be that. Some people are just happy to be here. And I get that feeling because why would you get into bed with the Glazers knowing what they've done? If you're a Manchester United fan and you want what's best for the football club, dealing with them, why would you not try and buy them out 100%? Why would you not? Makes no type of that. Like that's why I'm looking at it with one eye open. I believe it when I see it. Because even Leacher goes on to say he's hiring Paul Mitchell is over for big money players. I believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. Sheik says, "How do we know Sir Jim doesn't try to get a big name like just to please our fan base? We know the improvements we need. Who knows? This is why this is all up in the air. And he has previous at Nice, and it's not like Nice are playing. He's done anything fantastic at Nice
Is dead.
with Jim Ratcliffe. He is. I do like the idea of Jean-Claude Blanc. I do like the idea of Paul Mitchell, but their ideas currently, it's not happened. These things can fall through, like Mike Tyson when he held up the top, saying, "Don't believe the hype." Someone said it in the chat. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I ain't falling for it, man. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm sorry. I've seen these type of things go west before. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid at all. Nah.
True, bro.
Kasem says, man. Flawless. Do you think we can get top 4? No. Not currently. What are you saying, Rhino? You think we can get top 4?
Myth, man. Myth. You can't rely on these players until we see some consistency. The only way top 4 is going to happen is if we have a season like when we with that season that we qualified for the Europa and West Ham had to drop points. Brother, we relied on West Ham to drop points, bro. You feel me? So, and that was bad. And then we had a good season with Ten Hag and whatever. I feel like we're back to that kind of season again, just before Ten Hag came, where things are not looking good. He's breaking all sorts of negative records as much as he broke a lot of positive ones. You feel me? So, unless someone drops points, look at the other day. It's funny, yeah, I say this because I was watching Brighton and I was hoping Brighton dropped points because I was thinking, 6 is just looking better than 7.
Yeah, Brighton 6 is much better than 7. Yeah, 100%.
So,
100%.
Yeah, other teams are going to fall on that. That might help, But look, if you look at it like this, City are good. Arsenal let me say Liverpool, because Liverpool are looking like the more consistent ones. So City, Liverpool, and Arsenal in that order.
Yeah, they're the 3 best teams,
like
I think.
Top 3. And then we got Tottenham as well. Tottenham, if they carry, there's still credit in the bank for Postecoglou at the same time. You feel me? So we, as Man United, we have to be conscious of our rivals, essentially the top 6 teams. You feel me? I think our problem, we've lost to most of the top 6 teams already. That's a big problem in itself. But we can recover if we beat all the small teams. You feel me? But we're gonna draw? I think we haven't had one draw yet since.
Nah, it's all wins or losses. We straight wins and losses. Yeah. No draws, man. No draws.
Peak, man, bro. Like, it's peak, man. So top 4, it depends. Personally, as United in their control, no, it's going to be down to the fact that other people drop points if it does happen. You feel me? Or maybe the form builds, but right now it's not looking like that at all.
It's not. So yeah, do I think we can get top 4? No, simply because we don't score enough goals. Yeah, that's why I don't think we can get top 4. And last season we didn't score enough goals. Like I'm saying, from an overall perspective, and Rashford was in the form of his life in terms of output. Now he's not in the form of his life, and his form has fallen off a cliff and is still falling. Where are the goals coming from? I said this all summer long when people said, why don't you think Manchester United can win the league? Why don't you think Manchester United can challenge for the league? Why don't you think Manchester United can do anything of significance? We don't score enough, we don't create enough, and we don't score enough. We scored 13 league goals in 12 games. How much more evidence do you get? Are we probably the lowest scorers in the top half? Probably. Let me actually have a look. I'm actually going to pull up the table and see. And there's no players coming back who I look at and go, they changed that from an offensive standpoint. Defensively, I hear it. Martinez, Casemiro. Casemiro can help to an extent offensively, but I don't think he changes it around.
As well. I think Shaw can help a little bit. Just that dynamic of Shaw, Martinez, Varane.
Jeez, we are woeful. Like, take out Burnley, Sheffield United, Luton, Bournemouth, Fulham. That's 16th downwards.
Minus Fulham, maybe.
We are the 15th. No, sorry, Palace have scored 12. So we are, wait 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are 13th in regards to goal scoring. And people wonder why we can't do anything. We are 13th in the league overall. So the only teams who have scored less than us are Crystal Palace in 13th, Fulham in 16th, Bournemouth in 17th, Luton in 18th, Sheffield United in 19th, and Burnley in 20th. Bear in mind, we've scored 3 more goals than Sheffield United. We've scored 3 more goals than Luton in the Premier League. We've scored 2 more goals than Bournemouth. We've scored 1 less goal than Nottingham Forest.
Oh my God.
People. We scored 3 less goals than Wolves, who are in 11th. What are we talking about here? We are the lowest goal scorers in the top 12. Everton have scored one more goal than us. But people think, yeah, this is outrageous, man.
This ain't Manchester United no more, dogs.
It's not, man. Like, it's outrageous, and people wonder why we can't. No, that's why we can't do anything, because we don't create enough and we don't score enough. That's what it is. See, Nero says that I remember when you and Rance were talking about how we can't score. And I said it all summer long. And then we added Mason Mount, who hasn't scored in a whole calendar year. The year of 2023 is the 16th of November. And this man is yet to score a Premier League goal for United or Chelsea since the 1st of January 2023 to now November the 16th, 2023. And he's yet to register. Yeah, people. And we added him alongside Bruno, who don't get output, alongside Anthony, who don't get output, alongside Rashford, who, you know what I'm saying, his form has fallen off, a cliff, and Højlund, who's never got double figures in the European League.
And on top of that, for us, Mount doesn't even play no more. That's how bad.
He don't even play no more.
You can't even catch a little couple minutes.
Don't even play no more.
And do you know what it is with that? Yeah, I don't have an issue with Ten Hag, you know, making a mistake and saying, you know what, I fucked up with this guy. You know what, bro, let me just drop him because I want what's best for the team. Mm-hmm. But he drops him and we still play dead. That's the problem. These are the sort of concerns I have for Ten Hag. Figure it out, Bodie. Figure it out, my guy, and then let's get this thing moving. You know, if we don't, bro, hope it's the hope that kills you, man.
That's what I've done. That's what I'm done hoping. Yeah, because I get your point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to keep spamming in the chat that you don't rate Ten Hag. I'm with you. I'm fully with you. I don't think the manager's good. I'm fully with you on that. Like, I'm not here defending the manager whatsoever. I'm really not. To T.O. who says, what realistic attackers do you think you can buy? Ivan Toney. That's who we should be in for. Ivan Toney. Yeah, will we go get Ivan Toney? No, because we don't do sensible things. Same way we should have went and got Maddison. But hey, I was told by this chat and others that Bruno's a better player than Maddison. It's not even a conversation anymore. People don't even debate that. If I sat here and said Bruno Fernandes is a better player than Maddison, you lot would laugh at me. Ryan would be like, yo, what drugs are you taking? But that was a conversation in the summer. 40 M's. And we just watched him go Everton. Watched him go Tottenham.
Bro. How old is he?
Like, Maddison, I think, is 25, 26. I think. Let me double check that. I'll have a look. I didn't realize how bad. Well, I knew how bad our goal scoring record was. Look at us compared to the rest of. We scored 13 league goals. Aston Villa, who are above us, have scored 29. Newcastle got 27. And people think this. Yeah. People wonder why I criticize this attack. I bet. You know what I'm saying?
Peak.
I bet. Yeah, it is very much peak. Let me check. I'm actually having a look at Maddison's age now. Yeah, he's 26. So he's prime.
This year.
His prime years. He's 26 years old. Well, he's turning 27 in like a few days. He's 27 to 23rd of November. Yeah. Big up to Ed as well in the chat. Says gang. Big up to you as well. Ibrahim says, flawless. This Blanc guy is before Juventus' dominant era. He was there when Juve came back from Serie B and left when the new regime took over. He is before Conte and the new stadium era. I actually don't know a lot about him. I need to do my due diligence and research and see. So you know what? I'll do that right now, acting like I don't have the internet. Let me see when he was at Juventus and what he did. Because people keep talking about him. So let me have a look about the CEO. At least he's a footballing guy who's been at a big club with Juventus. Hold up. And he's been at PSG as well. Right, let me see.
Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, no stress. Before becoming chairman of the board at Juventus in October 2009, Blanc was brought in as a board member during the club's worst period in history when it was relegated to Serie B due to the scandal. Blanc focused immediately on rebuilding the team and technical staff. He also renegotiated all major business contracts and improved the financial health of the club. That's a big look. The team made a great and immediate comeback in season 06-07 to Serie A, reaching an unexpected third place in 07-08 and then second place in 08-09, while operating the club's finances to break even. Blanc's masterpiece in the last 5 years has also been to radically modify the new stadium project, as well as close the financing for the construction of the new Juventus area. This arena, along with 35,000 square meters, is the first to be built in Italy since 1990. On May 19th, 2010, Blanc left his role as chairman of the board of Juventus. All right, so he was there basically from 09 to what? So he was there like 3 years. So he wasn't even there like during that successful period. All right, let's see what else. No, first, let me have a look. Because see, this is what I'm talking about. So he hasn't actually won at Juventus. I'm just having a look here. Just having a look. Give me a second. Let me have a look. In regards to their honors, Juventus domestic. So yeah, he wasn't there for Serie A, but he was there for the Serie B period. So see what I'm saying? What did he do at PSG though? Let me actually check back. See, people, this is why you have to learn and see what's going on. What did he actually do at PSG? Received his powers, resigned as CEO. So you don't say on here what he actually did at PSG. I don't actually have an idea. But let me know in the chat. And you lot continue to get your questions in as well. There's over 100 people in here. Over 100 people in here. We're only at 45 likes. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Let's run up these likes, people. Run up these likes. Get us up to 80 likes, people. Get us up to 80 likes. Hit that subscribe button as well. We've had no new subscribers, and I know there's new people watching right now, so hit that subscribe button. I'm asking for 11 more subscribers. We're still at 8,629. 11 more subs. If you are watching live, you're clearly here enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. It is rolled to 9,000 subscribers here on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Continue to get your questions in. If you want to make sure myself and Rhino get to your questions, super chat people, and that's a surefire way to make sure we get to your question as well. Obviously, subscribe to Rhino's channel. Link is in the title as well. Yeah, I remember that, Nero. They said Madison can't press. Crazy. Flawless, would I sign Usherman? No, because I don't think he's worth the money. The money they're talking, I don't think he's worth it. No, I really don't. I really don't. I don't think he's, they're talking what, north of 100 million or 120 million? For that, just go sign Mbappe. Add more to that and just go sign Mbappe. If you're 100 million plus, you got to be a needle mover. And I don't think, from what I've seen, as good as I think Usherman's a very good striker, and I think he'll be successful here. But I don't think he's worth that amount. I really don't. And Sheik, this is a great point. So basically, they call this guy when your club is a mess. Pretty much so, yeah. And we are a mess. So he's been in a predicament where a club's been in dire straits, and it's a big club. And Juventus at that point were in a worse situation than Manchester United are right now. So that is a good way. That is a good thing to look at it. He has experience when things are not going swimmingly well, because they was in dire straits, like from a financial perspective, like you mentioned on the Wikipedia as well. Does anyone know what he did at PSG? Like what years he was there from and what they accomplished while he was there and what he did in terms of bringing in players as well. Big up to Samuel, says just tuning in now. Big up Flawless and Rhino. It's my birthday today, guys. Hey, salute to you, man. Happy birthday to Samuel. Hey, everyone in the chat, please wish Samuel a happy birthday. Hope you enjoyed your day, my guy. I hope so. And Ed, this is a great point. He may not have won much at Juventus, but the fact he took a big club like Juventus from the mud back to the top flight, I definitely rate. Hey, I respect it. For real. Are you saying someone mentioned Usherman, Rhino?
Yeah.
Would you sign him? Where you at with it?
You know what it is, yeah? I understand the whole Usherman hype to a degree where he's a great footballer and whatever. But for me, if he can fit the system, I don't really watch much of him, but I don't know. Is he a person that holds up play and, likes to be part of the link up and
what type of striker like is you asking first?
Yeah. So and the price his price is Napoli as well. They're
it's north of 100 million. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah. So I'm not too keen on it. I think we've got more important signings to make. Let's get a few more. How old is Usherman?
That's a great question. I'll tell you now. 1 second.
Yeah, let me know how old he is. But yeah, age and price is a big kind of factor as to more the price, for 100 M's or 120 M's.
He's 24.
24, brother. He's gonna be a good footballer, no doubt.
25. The end of December.
Okay, 25 at the end of this year.
Mm.
So, yeah, he's definitely a good footballer. He could definitely bring a lot to our team. We are in a position where a lot of footballers can bring a lot to our team. So, for me, it's just about setting that foundation. So, I wouldn't be too keen on him. I'll rather get, if ideally, if we're going to spend 120 M's, I'll rather get another Hoyland type player and then a more experienced player on top of that.
First.
Just so we have good depth up front as well. I
Yeah.
see a lot of people talking about playing two up front and whatever, but I just think that will kill our midfield, man. You feel me? But
Not say it's a
yeah,
back three.
oh yeah, then you could put a back three and then put the two in front. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. 3-2.
Because then you
Yeah,
could play, you
yeah,
could have the free, yeah, if it's a 3-5-2, you could have
yeah.
three in midfield.
Two
That
and then
case.
three in the midfield. Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, yeah. That could work. That'll be interesting. I just want to see it work, man. So that's why I'm not too keen on Usherman. Does his profile work for where we're going? If you add him into our team, do we see a substantial change in like an increase in our goal scoring? You feel me? Hoyland is a very good goal scorer. Champions League is doing his thing. Premier League, we're yet to see it. You feel me? So what we need players that like when Chelsea added in what's his name, Palmer, there was just something clicked into place. That's what we need. We need clickers. Yeah, we're not talking about F, but we need clickers. You feel me? We need clickers.
Need someone to click into place. That is facts.
Click into place,
That's
bro.
facts.
If some F guys can do some special clicking in it, you know what I mean? Please do your thing. We need anything. We need all sorts of hope at Man United. Clickers.
We just need
prayers. We need.
We need everything. We need everything. Everybody gotta go. We need everything. And to big up to Makalu, who says we must buy Osherman. This is from the Mirror. Osherman admits he owns two shirts. He owns shirts of two Premier League clubs and amid transfer rumors, which is Manchester United jersey and the Chelsea jersey. That's all well and good. You can go get. Yeah, exactly. You can just go get Ivan Toney for half the price.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. Rather than spend, let's say hypothetically, it's 120 million for Osherman. Yeah. Why would you not just go and buy Toney for 60 or 70?
Premier League
who's been in the league already, so you don't have to worry about him adapting. Again, do I think we sign Ivan Toney before anyone says in the chat? United won't do that, no, because we don't do sensible things. But that's the sensible thing to do. Go and sign Ivan Toney, because big up to Tans in the chat. She makes a great point where she said, would we need to sort our winger situation first before we get a striker? No point in getting a forward that isn't going to get service and stuff. Everything can't. We need a striker, but get a striker also, pre-pause, can service himself. Like, that's what we need. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we need. Get a striker that can, he doesn't rely on creativity from others.
He can create moments out of himself.
Yeah, he can create moments for himself. And you know who that is? Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is more than capable of creating for himself. He's more than capable of creating for others. Don't get me wrong, we definitely need wingers as well, because someone else asked, let me get to this in the chat.
Even Kane as well.
Yeah, Kane's a prime example of that. Flawless, who would you sign in January if Sancho departs the club? Just go get me. I'd go get me athletic ability, physical attributes with technical. Go get me Doku, a Doku type. That's what I want.
Doku will be perfect at you.
Go get a Doku type for the right hand side. Go get two. Go get a Doku type for the left wing and go get a Doku type for the right wing. You lot watch more football than me outside the Premier League. I know you lot know players. I know for a fact if Kaneki was here, if a Steve was here, if a Jez was here, they could name those type of players. Go get me direct wingers who are technically good and physically on point. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But their physical attribute, pace and power, agile, balance. Go get me like Doku. That's a prime example. Not Doku. When I say that, people don't go and sign Doku. I'm talking that profile. Direct, electric, problem for defenders. Go get two of them and an Ivan Toney. Then you cook it. That's your front three right there.
And do you know what's so mad, Flawless here? The way Doku plays now, he's more Man United orientated. I know Pep's still working on certain things like his discipline and whatever. He's got potential to be a very good winger, you know. And Pep will get it. Pep will get it. We've seen what he can do already. You feel me? So if we had two wingers like that and a competent midfield, you know, I think we could get by, man, because attack is the best form of defense. And that's one, you know what I mean? Our defense was good last season, and now we've lost a bit of that. We haven't had a consistent back four for how many games, which I can give a bit of mitigating circumstances to Ten Hag for that, you know, injuries or whatever. But work it out. Get the players in the right position. When you have players that are available, play them. Don't force Dalot to be a left back and all of this stuff, putting Bruno on the right. You feel me? If I have to see Anthony instead of Bruno, I'll take it, bro. you feel me? We might see a moment of Anthony, even though Anthony's dog wank. I'm gonna call him dog wank. Anthony's dog wank. You feel me? Like so, like just play players in their position, and I'll be good, bro. I swear to you.
Yeah. I'm big up to Nero. He don't rate Duck. He don't rate Doku. That's crazy. But like I said, I'm not saying bring him in. I'm saying bring me that profile. That's what you go and get. Go get 2 of them. That's what you go and do.
Or did he call him documents?
Yeah, he got him documents. Obviously, because he did poorly in the game against City. Well, I mean against City. The game against Chelsea. Where he wasn't good. Quiet. But he wasn't the only one who wasn't good. Hey, Rodri wasn't good, but people ain't gonna talk about that. But if that was Casemiro, different conversation.
And Doku wasn't that bad. I feel like certain times he had Reece James, overthinking.
Reece James is just from a standpoint, like he got locked up from a defensive standpoint. Reece James is probably the best in the league. Yeah. Probably overall, like Wan-Bissaka is probably better like one-on-one. But I'm saying like Reece James overall, when you look at all the defensive attributes in terms of positioning and things of that nature, he's
got that roof shot when he roofs it. He's got that, bro. He's peak, man.
It's him. Sotomayor says would Tony, but Brentford would ask for 100 million. The reason why they wouldn't is because his contract runs out in 2025. So he's got a year left on his deal come the end of the summer. So they are not asking for 100 million because it's all right. You take this 60, 70 million now, or we talk to him for free in 6 months. Yeah. Flow's yours. Do you want to lose him for free, or do you want to take the 60 to 70 million? That's when you have to negotiate. When you're in a position of power, you have to negotiate like you are. Yeah. It's really not tough. It's easy.
Even the way Homeboy was talking, their manager, like, he hopes Tony will stay and whatever. I can see that he's not pressed. Like if Tony leaves, he'll probably find a good person to replace as well. You feel me? So, yeah, man. I think Tony. How much is Tony worth? Do you think Flawless? Like, what?
See, that's a tough question. Like, from a reasonable standpoint, or in today's market, because in today's market is a ridiculous amount. So in today's market, it's a ridiculous amount because we've seen Højlund went for what? How much would be better for Højlund?
Or something.
Okay,
something silly like that. Yeah.
Is Ivan Toney not much better player than Højlund?
Yeah.
And this is no disrespect to Højlund, because I rate Højlund. So if Højlund's going for 70, 80 million, Ivan Toney at least got to be he's at least bare minimum. He's got to be 120, 130 if you're basing it off that. But then you could look at it and say other certain strikers have gone for less who are better. So it's kind of like, so I'd say from a reasonable standpoint, I think 70 million is fair.
70,
I think it's 70 million. Like T.O. said this here. Kazim, this is why you need to pay attention. This is from Fabrizio. Brentford wants something around 50 to 60 million for Ivan Toney, reported in September. Tells you all you need to know. I'm saying, tells you this is from Fabrizio Romano. There's no way that they can want 100 million. They're not getting 100 M's. And this is from
the same day as me.
When's his birthday?
Crazy, 16th March.
Oh, crazy. That is crazy. Hopefully that's a good omen to get into Manchester United.
Trust me, Jene Aiko as well. Trust me, there's some stars out there in the same boat. You feel me? Trust me.
For real. I'm saying, and Nero says I've had a Doku agenda since the Euros. Because he played well in the Euros and then he kind of just disappeared and then City picked him up.
Where's I never knew about Doku before City, but
don't you remember when he was in the Euros? He came on in the Euros for Belgium. He's Belgian.
Oh yeah.
This was years ago though. Briefly, and he had like an impact. And then I thought he was gonna get a move and he kind of disappeared. That's what it is.
The Belgium still have the black kit them times.
I can't remember, I'm not even gonna lie. I'd be lying if I could tell you and be like, yeah, it's such and such. I'd be lying. Hey, you lot continue.
Red and black.
The red, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, so
it's all good. It's all good. And that being said, we get your thoughts before we actually do. Hey, still over 100 people in here, only at 52 likes. Let's run up these likes, people. What are we doing? Run up the likes. Let's get us up to 90 likes. There's over 100 people in here. Hit the subscribe button as well. Roll to 9,000 subscribers. And make sure you subscribe to Rhino's channel. The link is in the title. Rhino MGTV. Link is in the title. Click the link. Opens up a new tab. And then that way you can find his channel and all of his socials through there as well. It's Rhino MGTV. But where do you stand? Because we haven't spoken on this as well. It happened earlier. Speaking of Fabrizio Romano. He reported that Jadon Sancho is attracting interest from Juventus and Borussia Dortmund. So, thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's funny because I don't know whose show it was. Obviously, I'm fortunate to be connected to the right people that are kind of in and around the camp. You know, as Musa mentioned, Flawless's dad watches Mandem talk and whatever. So I kind of had a whiff of the whole fact that there's interest. You feel me? And yeah, so I'm not really surprised, man. I feel like yeah, man, if that's the best place for him, because I believe he still wants to try. It sounds contradicting because if I
Well,
say I believe he wants to still try and do his thing at United, you would say, okay, why don't you just apologize then? That's what someone would say. But I think he just wants the best for himself, and he believes in his heart that he can still get another club if he has to. So I don't think he's pressed. So yeah, man, he's not clicking in the team in terms of dynamics, and if he can get a move somewhere else, fair enough. I'm not really too pressed about. I like Sancho. He's actually, if I had to be honest, he's one of my favorite players. I know he hasn't performed, but just in general, just how he is, his personality, the potential I know he does have, and just just him as a baller. I respect him, and I remember when I was signing up with the Man United app, yeah, and you have to pick your favorite player. I picked Sancho. You feel me? So there's definitely no Sancho agenda, just to make that clear. But it is what it is, man. We can't have personal feelings. We need to do what's best for the club, and if that's him moving on, fair enough. And I don't want to see this whole revisionism that if he starts balling out, it means that, you know what I mean? Like, I see people doing revisionism with Elanga. Like, 1 minute,
people
the
doing too
fan base
much.
will say, oh, the shirt weighs heavy, and trust me, when you come to Manchester United, it's different. Then he goes to Nottingham Forest, does a few assists and a goal, then all of a sudden, we shouldn't have sold Elanga. I was here, and it's funny because you were the one that even put clarity to me when he was talking about people like what's homeboy that went to Everton? I always forget his name on this show as well. Always forget. But when we saw some of our youth players, a lot
Oh,
of
you talking about
the fan
Ghana?
base, Ghana, yeah.
Ghana,
Oh,
yeah,
why
yeah,
did we
yeah.
sell him? What's wrong? And I was kind of on that bandwagon in the sense where I'm so desperate for decent players that I'm assuming the youth will save us. When you see them go to these teams, they're not that great. Elanga's doing his thing, but how about that's his level? Not that we could get any better at him. You know, playing for United is not just about your skill, it's about your mentality as well. You feel me? You saw people like, I know Bruno gets a lot of stick, but someone like him standing up and taking a penalty last minute, or even, let's say, Palmer taking that penalty, that takes a lot of mentality. Do you know how much pressure is on his shoulders? You feel me? To get the equalizer to save the team. So mentality is important, and some players just don't have it. So I hate all the revisionism. A player can come to United and we can actually mess him up, which is true, or he just doesn't fit the system. You feel me? So both things can be kind of right, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, Sancho, yeah, I think he'll do his thing, man. He'll do his thing at Juve, and is what it is. Is there any rumors to like the price and all of that?
No, so what the report stated that they were both
Just
looking at loan
interest.
deals. No, they were both
Oh,
looking at
loan
they're
deals.
more
Okay, okay,
interested in loan
okay.
deals where Manchester United are looking a permanent deal also as well, his wages as well. Like they're looking for Manchester United. Not surprising at all for Manchester United to pay the vast majority of his wages. But like I said, man, a lot of people who were talking about Sancho in regards to him, like he wasn't gonna get a move. I'm saying there are people in the
Yeah,
chat
he's a
who are
quality
now
player,
quiet.
man.
We ain't seen since. You know what I'm saying? It's people who were in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Who were telling me that, oh yeah, Jadon Sancho's not gonna get a move unless it's Saudi. He'll get no interest.
He's
Now
quality,
two
man.
clubs.
He's quality, and he's
Borussia
young as
Dortmund,
well.
Juventus. Like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
Dortmund will
Like
take him back,
people
and
just need
he's a
people just
good
need to admit
baller.
people just need to
Yeah,
admit when they don't like a player. That's cool. You don't
yeah,
like
yeah,
how he
yeah.
handled said situation. That's fine. But let's not act like that
True.
man's not talented. He's
Yeah,
like, let's
it's
not do
true.
that.
Like talent just don't disappear like that. You
No.
feel me? And look at Homeboy. Look at MG11. Like he's maybe not be.
He's
I haven't
talented.
watched a lot, but I've seen a few highlights. There's still something there. As much as what Homeboy's been out for what, a year, 2 years. Talent
However
don't
long
just
it's been.
disappear. You
Facts.
feel me? So obviously, like Sancho is a quality player, man. Quality player. I keep seeing this Chelsea thing as well. Chelsea, Sancho, Chelsea, Sancho. Who
They
would we
linked him.
swap though? You
Forget
know?
that. He's
Who?
saying Chiesa there, but I have seen him be linked to Chelsea. I don't want none of their
Yeah,
players
I've
though.
been seeing it a lot.
I
Yeah,
don't want none of their players. I'm good on that. Unless it's Caicedo, yeah, you lot can just take Sancho.
yeah,
Maybe he does want to go back to London, which is a good
yeah,
move
yeah.
for
Stay
him.
in the ends.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Or maybe it probably is best for him So what's it called? It probably is best for him to leave the country, get away from the spotlight, go back to Dortmund or go
Yeah.
to a
I
Juventus, because
heard
I think
that's
he'll
why
be
he
fine
went in
in
the
either.
first place, though. That's
Yeah.
why he went, kind of like a lot of things happening on the ends and, get away, new scenery and whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe that's partly that helps his mentality as a person.
Facts.
You feel me?
100%.
Yeah. So we've seen
Sometimes you
that
just
he's
need a
had
fresh start.
consistent issues. Yeah,
Yeah.
fresh start, start again, reset. And that's what I'll say to the chat as well, people. Like, it's always important to just focus on your mind and reset, bro. You feel me? Like, I always like to give advice when I can. You feel me? If you're overwhelmed or you're feeling stressed, watch a YouTube show like Sarcasm City TV. Great show, great therapy. Therapy. You feel me? Or Rhino
People
MP
say that all the
TV.
time.
You feel me? Or sometimes just chill. Focus
Facts.
on your mind. Plan out certain things you need to work on. Like me, I'm working on personal goals. I'm working on my sleep and all of that stuff. You feel me?
Love that.
Yeah, man. Trust me, man. So mentality, anyway, going back to the point, mentality is very important. So yeah, man. Sancho might need a refresh, and if it takes a loan, so be it, man. Would I want him back at the club? My thing is just the dressing room, innit? Whatever's causing the issues, I just want it out. I'm not saying that he is, but it's just still another problem. You know what I'm saying? So if it makes sense for everybody to be happy and he goes away, fair enough. If he can bring something to our team, but can he? Like it's been a while. What 3 managers have tried. So you feel me? Maybe Ten Hag hasn't tried to a good extent. Ten Hag put him in false nine. The league started, we didn't see him.
And we never
even
seen it
that
again.
baffled me.
That made no sense.
That baffled me. And everyone laughed. Everyone's like, oh, Ten Hag can't do this in the Prem. Maybe he could have. I would at least
I would have rather seen it than Rashford up top or Martial up top. I'm telling you that much right now.
I'm telling you, flawless, bro. Wolves home, first game. Let's try it.
Just try it and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm with that. I hate that, man.
That bugs me a lot, bro. Like just the what ifs and imagine if. I hate that, man.
Yeah. Like it's crazy. It is. And big up to Sheik here with the sarcasm, who says, flawless, I changed my mind on Bruno. I think he's a great talent. Saudi would be getting an amazing player, I'm afraid. So let's talk about that. Yeah, he's definitely being sarcastic, 100%. I know my guy Sheik, 100%. Like Bruno's done nothing to change his mind. Like Sheik's not just gonna. But that being said, great segue as well, because we can get your thoughts on this as well, Rhino, in regards to both Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro being linked with big money moves away to Saudi Arabia. Large up my guy Eddie every single time as well. Where do you stand? Man. You know what I'm saying? And we'll start with Bruno Fernandes. Let's say there is a big money move to Saudi Arabia. Would you sell him? Let's say January and the summer. So let's say January there's 100 million on the table.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 100 M's for Bruno Fernandes. Do you know what it is though? This one I'm kind of on the fence. If we got a good replacement or 2 good replacements, which we shouldn't, I don't want to say it should be easy to find. I'm talking about profile wise, someone that can provide hold up play and secure the midfield. We need more of a dynamic player that we just don't have to rely on for just assists. You feel me? Right now, Bruno is just an assister. He's not a link. Don't pass it to him unless you want him to assist the ball. Don't pass it to him hoping you're going to get the ball back. That little bounce, touch and go. No, that's not happening with Bruno. Bruno likes to play, that Hollywood pass, or sometimes he's good on the when we're doing the transition, that one-touch football. But I wouldn't rely on Bruno. So if we had a replacement for him, I would more say yes. But in just general, yes, 100 M's for Bruno. We must be able to find some good replacements that can help us play better as a team. But would Ten Hag sell him? He just made homeboy captain. I don't know, man.
For 100, all right. So you're saying definitely January, and in the summer, is that the same answer as well?
Yeah, 100%. Just to make the team better. I just want United to be better, flawless. That's all it is. I don't have no attachments to no players. Actually, I'm lying. I still like Højlund. I like Højlund. Højlund's my guy. You feel me? And Onana as well. Onana's my guy. Højlund, Onana, and Martinez. I like that. I just got something about them where I'm going to be biased. You feel me? So, yeah, man.
Times I'm with you. She said I'd sell Bruno in a heartbeat. I'm with you.
I'm all beating around the bush.
I'd like in a heartbeat. I couldn't believe when I see 100 M's. I don't know if it was 100 million pounds, 100 million euros. It's just reports. So like we're just talking about hypothetically. No one reliable has said it, but there has been too much noise, I think, for that to be nothing to it. Tell him for any currency. £100 million, 100 million euros, 100 million yen. You know what I'm saying? 100 million Wakandan dollars, whatever the case may be. 100 million in Monopoly money, magic beans. And yes, 100%. I will take some magic beans. You know what I'm saying? Without doubt, magic beans and a packet of Monster Munch. Like, it's a wrap. Tell him in a heartbeat. Please. I hope Saudi do that. Please. I really do. And you could reinvest that money. But where do you stand with Casemiro, though? If there was a big money offer for him, both as well, in January, also in the summer as well.
Yeah, I think I would. I feel like Casemiro came into our team and he was a great addition. You know, whether he was Ten Hag's player or the club's player, he was definitely a great addition and he held us up, you know. Ten Hag is trying to play a different system now, which means that it kind of compromises and goes against the skill set that Casemiro actually brought to our team. So in terms of reinvesting and looking at his age and everything and the contract that we still have under him, that 5-year contract at 30, a part of me still feels like Casemiro will be a good player to still have for that sense of security if we could, you know, get the system working. But if we have to think long term and not be stuck with him, bearing in mind his age and where he's at his career, it would make sense to sell him still. It would make sense to sell him and get some other players in as well. And let's start filling this squad with young, long-term players, you feel me, that are going to work. Not to say Casemiro wouldn't, but, you know, we just need more energy in there. We need more energy as well as talent in there as well. You feel me? Casemiro's getting old, you know.
I hear that. I'm big up to my. I'm with you. Like if we get 100 gems for anyone, including Casemiro, I'm selling as well. Big up to Ahmed as well. Make sure you lot subscribe to the Bridge 258. Says big up the man them 3-1 Somalia. Somali L. Who did Somalia get beat by? Cause I did see. I retweeted it that Saeed was talking about the Somali national team, and it was like I didn't click the account, but like he was doing like they clipped him talking about it. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, the Somalians can pattern that, like the Somalian FA, I should say, and figure that out. I'm sure you got some talent. So it's like just figuring it out. And like Samuel says, smash the likes, people. Yes, run up the likes. We are closing out. I'm saying, oh, you lost to Algeria. Yeah, Algeria, a good side though. So you're always gonna get beat by Algeria.
I think the game's still on still, yeah.
Yeah, you were gonna get beat by Algeria. Like come on. And to Makalu says, rather than United let Sancho go out on loan to Juventus, why don't they swap with Federico Chiesa plus United collect money? Why would Juventus do that? Why would they get rid of one of that? Like, this idea sounds great for Manchester United, even though Chiesa I've not watched since the injury, and I'm not sure how he's playing, but why would they sell one of their more important players to bring in to get Sancho in? They probably want Sancho alongside of Chiesa. This only makes sense for Manchester United, to be honest. And I think it's just a question of wanting to get Sancho out the door. I think United just want the Sancho saga like over. I think Sancho wants it over as well. He wants to play ball.
Yeah.
You know, it's all parties involved, so I think that's what it is. And they did say that Manchester United would prefer a permanent transfer for Sancho, but I can see a loan happening, and then maybe a move in the summer. But it's just move on from it. Just move on from it. All right, let's see.
Move on and just cut ties, man. Let's go.
Yeah, just cut ties. Man. Just cut ties,
man. We need to think about the club, people, man. We need to move forward. And one thing about United is just all the dead wood we've had over the years just building up. We need to just start afresh, man. And Hag was a good appointment in sense of, you know, bringing someone different and new. And then now we're seeing changes in the structure. The players, man. The players just need to start going, man. And let's start again, man. Again.
And big up Eddie. He says Sancho and I still believe. Of course, Eddie, man. I know the type of footballers that you're a fan of. You always going back Sancho to the end. I respect it. Big up to Abdu switching lanes, switching sports. Says breaking news. Fury and Usyk is confirmed for February the 17th in Saudi Arabia, with the blockbuster undisputed heavyweight bout finally announced after more than a year of talks. Thank God. I've been waiting for this. So I'm happy it's happening. I wish it was happening this year, but February the 17th, not mad at it. Obviously closer to the time, people, the Big Fights, Big Nights Only show, which is the boxing show on the Sarcasm City TV channel. So that's the Big Fights, Big Fights, Big Nights Only podcast that'll be live on the Twitch closer to the time. So we'll do a preview. This is for all big boxing bouts, for those that don't know. For people that don't know, we do previews either on the Thursday or the Friday before the bout. Then Saturday, you'll get the watch along. And then immediately following that on the same stream, you'll get the recap. So that'll be all on the
Sick.
Twitch. So for instance,
Hard.
probably that card that's in Saudi that's on December the 23rd. That's got Joshua on it, Wilder on it. We'll probably do a preview for that the Thursday or the Friday, and then I think the 23rd of December is a Saturday. So yeah, we'll do a preview for that on the Twitch, and then following that, you'll get a watch along as well. Gonna be doing boxing
So you're
watch
still
alongs.
on
We're turning it
Twitch,
up. Move back to the
Flawless.
Twitch now. Move
Oh,
back
you
to the
moved back
Twitch now.
now,
Yeah. So no
Okay.
longer on the
But you're saying
kick for those that
Kicks
don't
is
know.
dead.
Back on the Twitch, yeah, it makes more sense to go back to Twitch. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
it's
'Cause I
and
was
to
even
Kasimi's,
considering
go on.
like looking
Go
into
for it.
kick as well. So yeah. probably kick
Ideally, I
dead,
talked to
but-
you. I talked to you after the show, but I would
Yeah,
say the
yeah.
Twitch because they did. I was looking at it, and it was like they did something like with revenue ad shares where you can make more money off the ad. So I'm like, okay. Plus over there as well, if someone has Amazon Prime, they can use that to subscribe to the channel for free as well. It goes
Yeah.
alongside the subscription, so it just
That's
made more
hard.
sense. So that's why I was like, so yeah, people, we are, for those that don't know, like Rhino didn't know, we are back on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. So all of the kick content, so all the Premier League watch-alongs, non-Manchester United, all the Champions League watch-alongs, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. I just mentioned the boxing show, NBA watch-alongs, Formula One, NFL, fan calling shows, all back over on the Twitch, people. We turning it up, man. We turning it up. There's going to be international games on there. There are 2 England games on Friday and Monday against Malta and North Macedonia. They'll be on the Twitch. NBA watch-alongs. It's on the upcoming live stream schedule. So I think the man them are doing a show Saturday as well. I'm not around Saturday night, but I think they are doing Warriors Kings on there as well. You will get Brazil versus Argentina. I'll do that next week as well. I think that is next week, Tuesday. So I'll be running that as well, people. So yeah, man, like so much content coming up on the Twitch. And when the Premier League's back, we're doing 3 watch-alongs that Saturday, people. That's why we turning it up on the Twitch with the content over there. So you're gonna get City versus Liverpool. That'll be the first one, 12:30. Then Newcastle versus Chelsea at 3 p.m. Then Brentford versus Arsenal. So stacked as soon as the Premier League's back, we back over there. So yeah, you lot, make sure you subscribe, follow the Twitch.
I need a good analogy. I want you guys to give an analogy of Flawless's work rate to a football player. Right now, I'm saying Kante in his prime because listen, man, they are working hard, bro. Big up, man.
Yeah,
it's always good motivation. Feel me? Yeah, man. Come on.
Appreciate the kind words. And Flores, do you think Usyk will shock the world on February 17th? No. Could he? Yes. But I think Fury's the best boxer I think he's the best heavyweight. And people looked at the Ngannou fight and was like, oh, see, he's finished. I think I just put that down to him having a bad night at the office. I think he just underestimated him. Didn't train properly, didn't train hard, underestimated him. I didn't actually watch the fight itself, so I can't say he lost. But general consensus, people are saying he's lost or it was close where it shouldn't be. So I think he'll be back to his best. Billy Joe Saunders said it. For those that don't know, he's a boxer who's close to, they're like cousins, him and Fury. And he said,
okay.
He said, what did he put it out on his Instagram story straight the night of the fight? He said, too many yes people. I'm paraphrasing, but he said, too many yes men in his camp. He didn't train properly for this, but he'll be ready for the Ukrainian. That's what Billy, and that's how I look at it. And I think Fury, people don't like it because of Fury's antics outside of the ring, how he fights, how he talks. I hear all that. But as a boxer, he's phenomenal. People don't like it. He's phenomenal.
I haven't kept up with boxing for a minute, you know.
Watch that. That's gonna be a goodie.
The last fight I watched.
That's gonna be a goodie.
Because obviously, Dillian's my guy in it, like it's my boy in it. So when he started getting into boxing, that's when I started to open my eyes. And the whole saga with him and Joshua, when Joshua first beat him, that's when I kind of started watching boxing. But I kind of fell off it a bit. Still, what do you call it? What's happening with I know it's off topic. What's happening with what's that American Donny man? The guy that what's his name again?
Wilder.
Wilder, yeah. I heard is Wilder fighting.
So what's happened is December the 23rd, Joshua and Wilder are on the same card.
Joshua and Wilder's finally on the same
card.
No,
they're not fighting each other, but they're fighting on the same card. But the plan is for them to fight on the same card, and then next year for them to fight each other. Yeah. So hopefully they both get through, and then they get through their bouts, and then they win. Because I want to see it. I'm looking forward. Like Joshua Wilder is going to be phenomenal build-up. The build-up's going to be phenomenal, and I think the bout itself will be phenomenal as well. And I think the talking point afterwards, I don't get mistaken, I think Wilder wins, but I just want it to happen. I think it will be exceptional. It will be. You just want to see, I want to see them all fight each other. The fact that Fury Usyk's been announced, over the moon about that. Joshua and Wilder on the same card, love that. They need to make that bout. Make these big bouts. I'm saying, like, everyone wants to see them. Make these big bouts. That's what it is. So yeah, people, big fights, big nights only. As soon as there's boxing bouts, that like I say, the show title tells you we only cover the biggest bouts, the biggest fights. So as soon as there's a big fight coming up, you will get watch alongs. Cause I know some of you lot have been asking. So it's like we did a watch along for what's the last fight we did a watch along for? Can't remember, but we did one for. It might have been Dubois Usyk. It might have been Dubois Usyk, maybe people. But yeah, man, we turning up. Like I say, the Twitch Sarcasm City TV. Go download the app for free. Follow over there. Hit
Lock
the
in
notification
people,
bell.
man.
Lock in. And if you have Amazon Prime, then use it to subscribe to the channel for free. Then you don't get adverts because Twitch runs the adverts over there, people. But yeah, and yeah, Gerald Miller's trash talk is hilarious, Nero. I've not actually watched the press conference. I need to catch up with everything. I do. Right, let's see. Yeah, Ed, this is it. Fury's in that Floyd bracket where he's hit that point where fans hate him so much that they want him to lose. Yeah, I remember it all with Mayweather. And this is not me saying that Fury's on Mayweather's level, but I get the point that you're making.
Yeah.
100%. I get the point that you are making, Ed, without doubt as well. Well, final few questions. We're gonna close out. Nero says Flawless working harder than Uncle Ruckus. Hey man, trying to get to it, man. I need to rewatch. You know what I'm saying? The Boondocks, man. It's been a minute. I need to binge watch it. Classic. I need to.
Boondocks is classic.
Man. Yeah, it's classic. Love it. Absolutely. For real. But Rhino, anything else you want to add? You lot, imagine you get your final few questions in. Anything you want to add that we've not spoken about? Obviously, we mentioned Jean-Claude Blanc, Paul Mitchell, Jim Ratcliffe, Ineos, Bruno and Casemiro potentially going Saudi. Trying to think what else. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty
Sancho
much
as well,
man. Sancho as well. Yeah, it's pretty much it, Flawless. For me, you know, let's see what these coming weeks entail. You know, obviously we're seeing the shift of the footballing structure happening, and I just hope to hear some positive news onwards and upwards. You know, I want to hear that we're getting rid of all of the footballing stuff and we're starting fresh. We're getting good names, and then when we get these good names, I want to know that I want to start seeing actions of like, okay, they're making the right choices. You feel me? And then we take it from there, man. So right now we're just it's just a waiting game, you know. And it's going to be interesting to see if they keep Ten Hag, because apparently they're looking to do an announcement the next week or two during the whole international break thing. So let's just see, man. So Jean-Claude and Paul Mitchell. I know a bit about Paul Mitchell. I've heard stuff about Jean-Claude. It's just about what power they're gonna have. Because at the end of the day, like someone said in the comments, I think it was Sheik. He was saying that basically the Glazers still might have the end say. So realistically, what power do we have? So we just need to wait and see, people, and see if we can get that sorted and see what's happening with Ten Hag as well. I know a lot of you guys want my homeboy out, you feel me? But, you know, we'll see. This week is just relax. We don't have to worry about losing to any club, Flawless. We just need to wait on the news, you feel me?
Facts. And we also got linked as well. It was the same Paul Mitchell's like he's the preferred option for DOF, but we also got linked to Michael Edwards, who's obviously responsible for what happened at Liverpool as well.
If we get
is that
Michael
the one you're
Edwards,
like, I can see the smile. Yeah.
Trust me, that's that one. Yeah, I don't see no games with that one. You feel me? But Glazers are toxic, man. So, and it's so mad. It's like a broken record. You feel me? It's a broken record. Man, I bought my ticket to help him back.
Yeah, Eddie's not with it, yo. Eddie Shaw, Eddie, man, every single time.
You know what I'm doing, Eddie? I'm slowing it down. I'm saying, bro, like, no, you know what? Just leave that one for now. You know what I mean? I'm slowing down the packing process. You feel me? Listen, I've seen crazier U-turns. You know, you feel me?
This would be a crazy U-turn.
That train.
This would be a crazy if he turns. It would be
such
around.
a story, Flawless.
I hope I'm right.
Imagine that story, like Ten Hag turns Manchester United around. Manchester United start playing great football. That would be an epic story, you know. And I know everyone doesn't like comparing the Sir Alex thing, but it's in life anything's possible, and that makes me sound like I'm a bit too much on the whole thing. But I just feel like it's too quick to write. I've seen worse things happen and change around. I've seen, like, even in real life scenarios, you know, I've seen things change, and that's what it is about me. I don't give up till it's really, really, really done. You feel me? Because trust me, I've seen things like someone will probably bet their life on it. This is what's gonna happen, and it's flipped. Yeah. And like he still can change it. That's the thing that I think is the reason why I'm holding on. He still can start picking a better team, and we can start to see a little improvement. So for me, that's what I'm hoping on. If we don't do that now, then cool. But he's still got a chance to turn it around in terms of the amount of games that's left, the players that he has, the players that are coming back. He can still possibly turn it around. It's what's the word? It's scientifically possible in terms of how many games we've got and all of that stuff. You feel me? So why not? You feel me? Yeah.
Eddie says, "Nah, I got you. Real talk. You got a perspective I can understand when it comes to Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Fez, you know what I'm saying? Fez, like Rhino's, he's having faith. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nero says Rhino moving like the girls that say I can change him.
Do you know why this is funny? Someone left a comment like this on Saeed's show. They said something about, I'm the type of guy that if my girl cheats on me, then I'm still gonna just have faith. Listen, let me tell you the difference, people. Like the girl you're talking about, hypothetically, was patterned before, and now she's changed. You feel me? The fact she changed means she can also change back. It's the same way as a guy. You feel me? Certain times we make mistakes. When this
guys can, guys can change because you do grow out of like you go through your whole face. You know what I'm saying? Like as a guy, you go through your whole. And when I say that, people think whole phase is crazy. Your whole phase can be 2 gyal. Your whole phase can be 6 months for 2 gyal.
Yes.
For some people, I know certain man, their whole phase was decades. You know what I'm saying?
So man's still going on now.
Certain man I know are still going through that right now. Like certain people's whole phase don't stop. It's just a way of life. It ain't no phase. So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because then I get to the chat. I get to that comment, man. Don't we have to keep spamming? I get to the chat. But I get to that comment. But like that's what it is in regards 100%. To it. Like, man, them kind of because we're going.
For me, it's like
all right, Sheik.
It's just
the
possibility. It's just the possibility that he's still got a chance to turn it around. You feel me? Like it's like us driving on the motorway. I'm gonna give you a good example. Me and Flawless on the motorway, bro. Mm-hmm. We've got a certain amount of fuel left in the car. Like Flawless is saying, bro, let's spin round. Like we can spin round. It's better for us to spin round so that we go back to the crib and we refill or whatever. But me, I'm looking at the tank, I'm looking at our distance, and there's still enough gas to get us to where we're going. So you feel me? So there's still the possibility of us making the destination, but it might be more sensible at this point to turn around. You feel me? So I'm just saying, right, let's just finish the journey, pause, and see where it goes. You feel me?
I'm just laughing at these comments as well. She said, I'm never leaving my whole phase. My pop 60 plus, I'm still in his phase. Hey, see what I'm saying? Some people, it's a way of life, man. Big OG, that's what it is. This guy says, I know Flawless got hella flicks on his phone for each day. Hold me. You know what I'm saying? I've been through that. I had my whole phase. Man's been over that. You know what I'm saying? And I did my work. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, my whole phase was a stretch. You know what I'm saying? It was a stretch where you grow out of it. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, no, 100%. You know what I'm saying? I'm holeless. Don't do that shit because there's y'all watching this right now who will think that's the crazy thing is y'all will always tell you have gyal and you got loads of hoes and I'm like where are all these gyal? You get bad gyal. You where? Yeah, so don't even put it out because then that will stop gyal from then approaching me. What kind of shit is that? That is outrageous. It's outrageous. So you get bad gyal. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. Yeah, mad assumptions. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And I'm chilling. That's what I'm on. But love to everyone who has locked in. You've got the real ones. Rhino, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up for the rest of the week, all that good stuff as well.
Yeah, man. Big up the chat as always, man. Make sure you lot are liking the video. I appreciate all you guys. It's always love. I appreciate all you guys' comments and whatever. But yeah, Rhino MGTV. Obviously, catch me every Sundays, 9 p.m. I do my red pill, blue pill content. I'm slacking with my weekly lives and stuff, but I'm gonna get onto it. And yeah, Rhino MGTV at Rhino UK official on the socials. I might even change everything to Rhino MGTV eventually, but we'll see.
Sorry, one of the comments.
Yeah, man.
Lick my head.
The comments are going crazy. That's why I love shows. You never know how it's gonna go. We was talking about flipping boxing, and then now we're talking about whole phases.
Whole phases, yeah, facts.
Big up,
but yeah, go on, carry on, Random.
Big up the chat, yeah. Just big up the chat, big up, man. It's always
the chat.
Always
every
appreciate you
time.
for this as well, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's only right that man got you on here permanently because the chat the chat, like I told you off air on there, the chat fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? And that, like I can only bring people on, so and then that person, whoever I bring on to, you know what I'm saying, connect with the chat, and the chat fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? People are always saying big up Rhino. So you can catch him on here every Thursday, 4:30 p.m. UK time, even though we was slightly late, people. And Tan, see this is blasphemous. Yeah, I believe it. Flawless got holes in different area codes. Why is that the case? This is the case. Why, Tan?
You know
why are you? Go on.
What is it? I think what happened was She was listening to a bit of Ludacris, and somehow
Yeah.
she's watching Flawless's show. She just mixed up the lyrics a bit. That's what it is.
Mixed
man.
up the lyrics and that times pointing out this fake stuff. This is not the case. I do not have holes in different area codes. Let me just clarify that. I have 0 holes. No holes. Just to clarify. All right, just to clarify. And big up True Blue says, sorry, Mr. Show, Flawless and Rhino here to light the stream, as should all of the other bums freeloading. Hey, True Blue, you're here now. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. You hit the like button, man. Now that's all, and that's to everybody. Make sure you run up the likes, share across all the socials,
man.
Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Rhino's channel. Again, the link is
Rhino
in the
MGTV.
title.
I want to see some of your names. You know, I can see some of you guys. I see you guys in my chat. Some of you guys that are not there as well, guys and ladies as well. You know, hit up Rhino MGTV, and trust me, man. What you see here is what you see on my channel, and I'm due to get Flawless on there as well. Once I feel my channel is at a stage, you know, I'm gonna bring.
Just shout me when you're ready, fam. Just shout me when you're ready, and we'll pattern that 100%. And look at this Jazz guy popping up about Flawless moving like Ludacris. Shut up, Jazz. But yes, love to everyone that has locked in. Don't forget Sarcasm City TV Gaming as well, people. Make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Gaming YouTube channel. Yeah, I see you in the chat as well. Yeah, we be running EAFC 24 Pro Clubs, career mode over there.
Pro Clubs team is good, you know. I see Surfer in there as well. You got some good chemistry, you know. Good communication and that good ball.
That's what someone said in the chat. Someone was like, yo, this is like a professional team. Like I run, like I operate it like militant, like let's get to it type of thing. So yeah, EAFC 24 Pro Clubs. There won't be a stream today. There probably won't be a stream Friday. Probably Monday, people, is the next time you'll get a live stream on the gaming channel. I'm trying to do it at least every other day. Like you've got streams you got plenty of content to go watch back, because we did one yesterday, we did one Wednesday, we did one Tuesday, and on Monday as well. So you got free streams right there to go watch. So Sarcasm City TV Gaming, go subscribe. Like I said, Pro Clubs on there, career mode. I'm gonna start a player career mode. I got GTA on there, probably NBA 2K at some point as well, plus more. I said you guys run the esports thing. It's only right, Nero, man. It's only right. And I will be running trials as well, because people all the time when we're in the comment section, people always pop up and be like, yo, how do I get involved? So I will run trials at some point as well. But yeah, man, love to everyone who has locked in. What I was gonna say, don't forget, all the shows on the channel are available on audio only platforms as well. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you get your audio podcast, type in Sarcasm City TV and all the shows will pop up. Like I always say, if you want to listen while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're driving, while you're at work, you might be at the gym, whatever the case may be, you might just not want to have the YouTube app open. So Spotify, follow us in 5-star or Sarcasm City TV, all you Spotify users, all you iPhone users, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, 5-star us, leave us a review. Make sure you do that. SoundCloud as well. And Kazem, I know you asked, so I get to the question. Don't worry, I will get to it. You said my top 6 greatest Manchester United players of all time. This is tough and will probably change. Paul Scholes. This is not in order, by the way. Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, Andy Cole, Cristiano Ronaldo, Yapstam. But that is subject to change, because it's probably someone I've forgotten. Like I've forgotten, like, you know, there's no King Eric
as well.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. 5-star was there.
Live.
I love that.
Doorbell, following everything. You feel me?
Love. See, man. Spotify people. Wait, one second. Let me put that full screen. 1 second. Yeah, full screen that for them to see.
Sarcasm City. Yeah, I've just followed. I put the bell on. I'm gonna give it 5 stars, man. I'm ready. 5 stars.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. I'm saying, there you go. I'm big up to let's see what else you lot are saying. Tenero, see that man said I forgot Rooney, I forgot King Eric. That could change. That's why it's hard to name 6. Actually, I named 5. So yeah, Eric. I only named 5. So I throw Eric Cantona in there as 6, but it's tough. It's very tough. And big up to Sheik as well, who just said just subbed Rhino as well. Just sub. Love that. Just sub that. I'm saying. And to PS, and that's no disrespect to Rooney, but again, who am I gonna take out for Rooney, people? Who am I gonna take out? Scholes, who's one, like, probably the best central midfielder I've ever seen at Manchester United Football Club, who gets in my all-time Premier League 11. Roy Keane, who's the best captain ever, like most successful captain. I don't talk about players I never watched, so I didn't watch George Best or Bobby Charlton, so I can't comment on them. Then you've got Andy Cole, who's my favorite striker. I'm saying, and bag goals, and he's the most disrespected striker. He's 3rd on the all-time list of Premier League strikers.
Cole's peak, you know, and that's man's profile when I used to play football. Like, I always
Andy Cole, man.
Andy Cole. Him and Dwight York, Mad.
Andy Cole,
Epic.
disgusting, part of the treble, three-peats, doubles, and the whole nine. So I can't take out those three. Then you got Yapstam, who's the best Premier League centre-back I've ever seen. Like, he's a mix of everything in regards to the pace and power and from a technical aspect. There's no centre-back better than him in the Premier League. Eric Cantona was the catalyst for Manchester United doing what we did. It's the catalyst. How am I going to take him out? Like, we won 5 of the 6. The 6 seasons he was here, we won 5 of the Premier Leagues. And the one we didn't win was the one he was banned when he kicked the fan. So we probably, if he's not banned, he's probably 6 from 6.
Yeah, that's madness.
So how am I supposed to take them out and that? Because them said Rio's better. Rio don't even think he's better than Yapstam, but hey, we move. You know what I'm saying we move, but each to their own. But yeah, that York and Cole conversation is different.
Funny. No, do you know what it is? It just depends what we're talking about. Because I think there was a day that I was on here and I was fuming.
Yeah, your head was hot.
If you catch me when I'm fuming, you see the crazy stuff. But I'm pretty much reserved, man, until I get emotional. But I like to be just realistic as well and just say it as it is. You feel me? So yeah, man.
Therapeutic as well. That's what it is. This is therapy, for Rhino. That's probably why you don't see the mad him all the time, unless I ask a question or someone says something and he's like, "What?" That's what it is, man. A lot of people be doing therapy here, myself included, and people in the chat. And it's not just United fans; it's others as well.
Yeah, we need it, bro. We need it.
Facts. But hey, love to everyone who has locked in. Big up. Like I said, my guy TJ's live, people. So you know what? We're gonna let me see if I can. Why is it not popped up? 1 second. Let me refresh that because we will redirect to my guy TJ Warren TV, who's the Arsenal representative. I'm not sure if he's on tonight, but we've got a couple. What's it called? We have a couple special guests on the United Arsenal show, midnight UK time, people. So Man United crossover, Man United gonna talk from the Arsenal as well. Because how old are you? That's what I want to know. How old are you before we move on? Because this is like C1 yesterday trying to tell me that Neymar's better than Kaka and he never watched Kaka. So yeah, that's why I don't talk on players I didn't watch. That's why I don't talk about Maradona. That's why I don't talk about Pele. That's why I don't talk about Brian Robson, for example. Yeah, you're 21. So how are you telling me about a player you never seen? People, we got to stop this. We have to stop this. If you never watch the player play live, don't talk to people who watch the player play live. I watched Yapstam play live. I watched Rio Ferdinand play live. So therefore, I have more information on it. So don't tell me Rooney's better than Andy Cole when you're 21 years old. Bro, what are we talking about?
Bro, listen, football back, the baggy t-shirts and that. I'm talking about players like Kagawa,
and to Kasemu said highlights, bro. Names. Highlights don't tell the full story.
Yeah, they don't.
Because you know what? Highlights, guess what? João Felix was like the best player on the planet from highlights. Yeah. Anthony looked good from highlights.
But my man, what's his name? My man's name. Who do we have alone? Weghorst looked good in highlights, bro.
Highlights, man. What I'm saying.
It's cap,
what we talking about? Like I said, people need to stop talking about stuff they never like. That's why I don't communicate.
Highlights. Anthony looked like a fire. Oh, yeah. Bro, trust me. Forget highlights, man.
Yeah, Anthony forget highlights. It's like he tells the full story. I watch full games. I'm saying, watch full games and man want to tell me about highlights. Man's playing against the Del Piero and the Zidane and an Inzaghi. And man want to tell me about highlights. Ever, man. I'm saying 21 years old. Like you were born 2000 and what something. Like let's cut. Like come on, let's stop, man. Just talk about your era. That's cool, but we're not gonna do that. Like this is no. But anyways, love to everyone that's locked in. Like I said, we're gonna redirect to my guy TJ Warren TV. So just put Sarcasm City Raid in capital letters in the chat, people. But love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Man United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.